Well, hello, and welcome to the Jammin Jukebox radio show. I am your host, DJ Delta Dawn, and so glad to be here with you on this Saturday afternoon. And we have got a wonderful show lined up for you today. We have a great guest. I cannot tell you how excited I am that he is going to be with us because he has quite a story, and I tell you, he is also quite an artist as well. Always so exciting to talk to new indie artists and up-and-coming indie artists, and especially ones that I truly believe need to be heard. And our guest today is no exception. And if you can bear with me one moment, I need to plug my headphones in. I was having some technical difficulties before the show started, so please bear with me just 1 second. All right. I think we are set and ready to go now. I do apologize for that. I was having some serious troubleshooting issues with my computer before the show began, literally up to the minute. So I think we're all good to go now. But as I was saying, our special guest today, he is a United States Navy veteran, and we will be talking with him about that. But also his music is absolutely wonderful. We've been featuring it on our Indie Artist Showcase, and as a matter of fact, our Indie Artist Showcase is coming up a little bit later this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we will be featuring one of his songs that he is currently promoting on his latest album called Satisfied. And without further ado, I would like to introduce to you today Mr. Ryan Drews. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going wonderful. And how's everything on your end of the world?
Oh, it's real good. I'm actually in Las Vegas right now, so it's going real good.
It just doesn't get any better in Vegas than Vegas, does it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to thank you so very much for being our special guest this evening. I have been so excited about speaking with you because ever since I heard your music, I was just like sold. I mean, you really are an incredible talent and a very good artist and musician, and so definitely you are someone that needs to be heard for sure.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Well, I want to start off before we launch into your music, and I want to tell you a huge thank you for serving our country in the United States Navy and keeping us protected and safe. Our hearts go out to every one of the men and women who serve, and so we want to give you special props and mad love.
Yes, my brother, thank you.
And so one thing I wanted to ask you right out of the gate is when you were actually in the U.S. Navy, story has it that you started recording songs and, while you were stationed over in Hawaii. Talk about how that came about. I mean, first of all, how in the world did you have time while you were serving in the military to even write music and do music?
So actually, I'm actually still in the Navy as we speak right now. So,
okay.
Yeah, so actually the way, it's just, I just have to take any little free time I get down. Like when I'm off work, it's just, I have to stay focused and just kind of go back to the house and just begin work on it at that point. You just have to be able to stay motivated no matter what's going on. Life's going to be busy in general. So, any independent artist out there has their personal life going on. So you still got to be able to just do it on the side. So, it's hard. It's very hard to do it, to be honest. But, it's something that I really enjoy and really want to do. So you just have to do that work. So.
Oh, yeah,
pretty much the way it's been going. So I'm in Hawaii. Yeah, I write every second I get. Cause that's one thing I'll always be able to do no matter where in the world I go. Recording is a different issue, but writing, I'll always be able to get a pen and paper. So.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about your writing style, because how does that happen for you? Is it something that kind of comes in spurts, or do you try to set aside a little bit of time each day to focus on your writing, or how does that all come together for you?
Literally just pretty much, I never really go into a song with a concept as crazy as that might sound. Pretty much all the songs, maybe except one on the album, actually had, like, I went in with a concept. I just listened to the instrumental or whatever musical background is given to me, and I kind of just write off of that, like whatever vibe I picked up from that beat. That's pretty much what I go with. There's really nothing like I go in there saying, oh, I want this song to be about, this, about a relationship. It's just, if the beat sounds this way, I just let the beat talk to me, and that's where the music comes from.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool because I think almost that's half the battle won is being able to, especially if you've got a beat and you're able to kind of feed off of that and create your music. I know some artists really struggle with that because they're kind of looking for a concept before they can ever start writing, and it sounds like it comes pretty easy for you in that way.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really like to focus on one thing because then you get, like you said, it becomes complicated because now you're trying to tune lyrics to go with a certain instrumental, but it might not work that way, and then you take a little longer to write songs. And I just like I said, I just like the music to work itself out. So if it's not a good beat, I most likely wouldn't do a song for it. But it's just I let the music talk. I mean, it's all about the music. It's not saying that sometimes I'm not trying to get a message out there on certain things, but I'm trying to make good music for people just to love, to just sit there and enjoy, and it's just something that they could always listen to anytime. Something for everyone. Like, I don't try to have all my music tuned to one crowd. I want anyone to be able to listen to my music and at least find 3 songs in the album that works for them, even if they're not an R&B fan. So if you're not into this genre, like, you should still be able to find something that you enjoy.
I agree. And that's the thing that I love about your music is that it is so versatile and that anybody can get into it, and it appeals to, many different moods and styles, and I think that's the beauty of music anyway, and when you can have an artist like yourself that can be a creative genius, if you will, that can really create a sound that is not tied into one particular vein, you're covering a lot more ground when you're able to get your music out there in so many different areas,
Yeah. That's the plan. So I really hope it's working. I mean, I'm hoping people are seeing that the way that I'm doing the things the way that I do it, though. So, I mean, it seems that I'm getting some people are noticing. I can't explain how happy I am for it. I mean, being in the Navy still, not actually an artist that's out there, being unsigned, being very independent, like just getting feedback and the opportunity to do interviews like this it means so much because just to know that I'm getting some type of recognition.
Oh, and you should be recognized because as you can imagine, I get tons of music in a day, it seems, and not all of it is good. But when I hear good music, it's like, wow, this stuff needs to be heard. And yours, definitely, when I heard the first beat, I was like, oh, my gosh, this guy needs to be on my show and he needs to be heard. Now, I have to ask you, being that you are still in the Navy, do you ever get to perform, while you're serving? I mean, are there ever opportunities like, with your Navy buddies and stuff that you get to actually get up and perform? Are there events that your unit puts on that you actually get to showcase your talent?
Yes, I have been able to actually sing the national anthem at a few military events and stuff like that. So, my peers and my superiors and everything, every station that I go, I make sure it's known that I do music, and to also gain more fans from them, but also just to let it be known. So I have been given the opportunity like 3 times actually to sing the national anthem at some events. I'm actually getting ready to do another one here in November for a retirement. So as far as like in the military, I have been able to perform, not necessarily my music, but it'll most likely always be like national anthem type stuff since the military. But I do get opportunities every so often from military where I get to perform either covers of other people's songs or sometimes even a chance to do like my own stuff. I mean, it's hard to go out and perform, like branch out like out of the state or something like that because we don't have that flexibility just to move. Like, if there's a show in Atlanta, I can't just pack up my bags and be on the next flight. So it's a little difficult for shows. It would. So it's like when I get those type of opportunities that brought to my attention, is as long as I get in advance, then I can do stuff like that. But it's very hard as far as performance can go. That's why I try to make my recording material like as good as possible because that's what I have to work with. Like, no matter where I am, I can push this stuff digitally, and that's why I'm so happy. Like now, the world is so social media and everything's online. It makes my job a lot easier to be able to push my stuff out there to be heard because, like I said, I don't have that flexibility, and that's I guess the worst part about everything being a musician and in the military at the same time. Like, that's the hardest part about it.
Mhm. And there aren't many people who are in the military that are active musicians either. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds there. And what an honor to be in the military and you get picked and get selected to sing the national anthem. I mean, what greater honor. And, because the national anthem in itself is one of those songs that's really hard to, it's hard to sing, it's hard to do, and not just any artist can get up there and do the national anthem. I mean, so to be able to do that and then to have you in the military as well, that's just like a double honor for, a civilian like myself to hear you say that. What a proud moment for our country to know that someone out there that's representing us in the military is also singing our national anthem. That's so cool.
I guess. I mean, yeah, it is an honor. I'm every time I get the opportunity, I'm so happy about it. I mean, it's a lot of pressure, like you said. It is like one of the hardest and most, one of the most songs is like messed up more than any song out there. It's a lot of pressure before you do it. Even if as good as you know the song, there's still pressure before you hit that first note. Your heart's just pounding. Like, all right, I'm not gonna be like the people in the past who messed this up. So. It is, and it feels good to do it.
Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead. No, I mean, I was saying this is a lot of pressure, so.
As I can imagine. I mean, the national anthem, that would put even the most seasoned artist under pressure because, that I think everyone who hears it, that you're held the singer to such a high standard because it is such a critical song to our being and us as Americans, So, yeah, there's so much pressure in that for sure. I don't think I would want to get up and try to sing it. It would be incredibly. The pressure would get to me. Let's just put it that way. Well, let's talk about this brand new album that's just dropped, Satisfied. And man, this has been a work in progress for you. And how does it feel to have it out and in circulation now?
Actually, so it's in circulation. It will be out in next month and a half. So I just have 4 songs out right now that I have in rotation, but I mean, to have it complete, because it's actually complete now. That was the hardest part. So, but to have it complete and pretty much ready to be pushed out there, it just feels like I accomplished a lot because it took a while. I've been doing this since 2011, working on this album, and here we are in 2013. And yeah, I mean, it's just because of the time and stuff like that. I had to do like a song a month at one point. There's a total of 11 songs on there now. I have to remove one, but I mean, it feels good being able to have an actual album complete and ready to push out there. I feel like I've accomplished something major, even if it doesn't get pushed out there as many sales as I would like, or I mean, just the fact that I've actually completed something like this and it's my name on there, it's my lyrics, it's my independent work. It feels great. It's something I can't wait for everybody just to hear the complete album and to get just all that feedback and start working on another one and work off of that feedback and give people what they want to hear.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have to tell you, at first listen of the music that I've received, it is awesome. It is off the chain good, man. And it's one of those albums. I mean, I can't wait for the full length because what I've heard so far, it's not like your music is, there's just one song or another song that's a good song. I mean, every song I've heard that you've put out is just awesome, and it's that good. And it's one of those you just want to pop in and listen and just chill, and you can get through it, and not have to say, okay, I need to skip this track and let's move to this track. It is a start to finish kind of album, and I love albums like that because not only do you feel you get your money's worth, but you really get a good feel for an artist and what they're all about.
Yep. So that's the plan. So I mean, hopefully when I put it on iTunes and everything, people are actually buying the complete album, not just paying the 99 cents for the one song that they like more than the other one. So I mean, if that works out that way, then I guess mission accomplished at that point. Because I mean, it's like a double meaning as far as the album goes. I mean, I technically named it Satisfied. I mean, that's just for a first album, like the way I want to do music. Like it's not just about myself being happy about my music. It's also about the listeners. So it has to be a two-way street here. So I'm just expecting me to be satisfied with it, and like I said, the fans to be satisfied. If it's not both on each way on the street, then I wouldn't be putting it out. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, we will do everything we can to help promote your music here. Like I was saying in the intro, we'll be featuring one of your songs tonight on our Indie Artist Showcase, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I sent you a tweet about it earlier, so be sure and forward that on, retweet that out to all your fans, because we will do everything we can to promote your music as it drops. When the album comes out, if there's certain songs off the album you want to promote, let us know, and we'll make sure we do it. So,
definitely, I appreciate that.
It's a great album, and you are, and all I can think is I'm happy that you're in the Navy, and I'm happy that you're representing our country and protecting our country and serving our country. But, man, I would love for you to be out of the Navy, because I'm thinking you would be so stunned right now if you were, just because you're that good, and you're relevant to now too. I mean, your music is extremely relevant, and so you kind of, your music kind of has that same groove and feel as like an Usher or kind of an R. Kelly along that line. Definitely, you're an original, but it's that good. I mean, it's up there with the greats, man. So. I'm hoping you get signed.
Oh, I'm right here, my fingers crossed as well. So hopefully I'm there, and I'll definitely be thanking all these people who gave me these opportunities for these interviews, articles, stuff like that. These type of things is what's going to get me to that point. So without you guys showing, actually giving me this opportunity and the recognition, it won't be possible. So if it comes up, just know that you're a part of that.
Oh, well, thank you. And right back at you, because if you weren't putting out great music, I wouldn't have a radio show. So, it's kind of like a hand-in-hand kind of thing, But yeah, you're awesome, Ryan Drews. And like I said, it's a great album you've got coming out. Can't wait for it to drop. But the preview songs that we've been able to hear are off the chain good, man. So we're going to continue to keep listening and looking forward to any new stuff you put out beyond Satisfied. And it's going to be great. I think you're just getting started. So watch out.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it greatly. And again, thank you for your service to our country all these years, and Godspeed to you in everything that you do and beyond.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Take care now. You too now. Bye-bye. The artist is Ryan Drews, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to play one of his songs in just a moment, and if you are a Ryan Drews fan, or if you have never heard of Ryan Drews, I guess I should say, believe me, after you hear his music, you'll be a fan, because he is awesome. You can follow him on Facebook. Look him up at The Official Ryan Drews and go to his Facebook page, like it, and you can stay up on everything he's doing. He also has a YouTube channel, Official Ryan Drews, and you can also follow him on Twitter at Real Ryan Drews. The Real Ryan Drews. That's a mouthful for a Southern gal. And but in any event, he's a phenomenal artist. He definitely is one that I hope will be signed and needs to be heard, because his music is so good. We're going to play a cut off of his forthcoming release, Satisfied, for you now. This is called Do I.
love my baby girl. Know that there ain't no one better for you, girl. I'll do whatever. I can't wait until we say I do. Girl, you know there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, baby. Yeah. I'll get my baby face on for you. I'll give good love, buy your clothes, cook your dinner soon as I get home from work. It's just the way you make me feel. I just wanna show you that it's real. With love and affection, with a ring and a question, there's no second guessing. I really wanna marry you. Feel like the luckiest man in the world. Tell everybody I love my baby girl. Know that there ain't no one better for you, girl. I'll do whatever. I can't wait until we say I do. My angel, that's a good Lord sent to me. I'ma give you love the way it's meant to be. We'll stay together, turn gray together. What's mine is yours. Do I want this? I'm so sure. Luckiest man in the world. Feel like tell everybody I love my baby girl. Know that there ain't no one. Do whatever I'll do. I can't wait until we say I do.
That was Ryan Drews and a cut off of his upcoming release, Satisfied, and that one was called Do I. And if you enjoyed that, you can catch it again this evening. We will be having our Indie Artist Showcase show beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we will be playing that one on our show tonight, so we look forward to that. So I hope that you enjoyed our interview with Mr. Ryan Drews, Mr. U.S. Navy representing people, and we just say a huge thank you to him for being our special guest today, and for just producing some really, really awesome music. And let's see here. Other than our Indie Artist Showcase, we've got tons of guests scheduled over the next several weeks. So you would definitely want to be following us on Twitter, visiting our website to stay up on all the great guests we've got coming to our show here. And I'm telling you, it's off the chain good. People are so many indies out there who need to be heard, who just have some phenomenal music. It still baffles me on a daily basis how music like we just heard from Ryan Drews is not on mainstream radio. I mean, the mainstream execs and higher-ups who run these big record companies are missing out. They have no idea just how good, because so much of it I could hear on mainstream radio. But anyway, this is why I love indie music and the artists that represent, because they do such a great job and pour their heart and soul into everything that they do. So with that is going to wrap our show. Be sure to catch us tonight at the Indie Artist Showcase starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you again real soon. Take care, all. Good night.
Thanks for listening to tonight's show. You can connect with Jammin' Jukebox Radio Show on Twitter at Jammin' Jukebox or on Facebook at Jammin' Jukebox Radio Show. Check out our website at thejamminjukebox.com. Also, follow us on Blog Talk, where you will be always up to date on every episode as we add it. Each episode is available for immediate download upon the conclusion of each broadcast, and as always on iTunes. Thank you for joining us.